Namaskar everyone. Today we will study application of tree in data structure. Okay, so tree is a non-linear data structure to store information that naturally forms a hierarchy. Okay, so means the data are stored in hierarchical format and all the elements in this hierarchy are called as nodes, and all the nodes are connected to a special node that is called as the root of the tree. So see the example, then it is very clear. Suppose we are going to represent a structure of university, okay, in a tree structure. So university, the administrative block and the academic block. So in academic block there are science, arts, commerce, okay, three departments are there. In science we have divided into physical science and computer science. So this is a hierarchical form. Okay, so we have stored the information in a hierarchical form, so it is called as a tree representation. As I told you, all the nodes means all the elements like administrative, academic, science, arts, commerce, all are connected to a special node that is called as the root node, means all are connected to university. Okay, so this is the root node to which all other nodes are connected. Generally when we represent the tree, then it is that are stored in a oval format. Okay, to represent the node we use the oval symbol, like here we have stored here in this diagram. 1 is the root node, 2, 3 are the child, 2 children. So these are in oval structure. So here it is also a tree representation. Okay, so one thing I want to say, so as university is the root node, so there are two children, administrative and academic, but there is difference between two children. In administrative we have not divided the administrative block into any other, means there is no children of administrative. Okay, so this type of node is called as terminal node, means it is terminated here, we have no child. But academic having 3 child, okay, so it is a non-terminal node. Okay, then arts, commerce, these are also non-terminal node because they are not divided into any other children. But science having 2 child, okay, having 2 children, that is physical science and computer science. So science is a non-terminal node, okay, and physical science and computer science are terminal node, and all the terminal node are also called as the leaf node in a tree. Hope you have understood. Then we see what are the different application of binary tree. Okay, here you see, first we will consider a full binary tree. What is a full binary tree? So a full binary tree is also called as the proper binary tree or 2 tree. Okay, it is a tree in which all the nodes rather other than the leaf node has exact 2 children. Okay, all the nodes other than the leaf node having exact 2 children. Okay, as I told in this diagram, which nodes are leaf node having no child, means administrative is the leaf node, physical science, computer science, arts, commerce, these are the leaf node. Okay, so now you come to this diagram. Here in this diagram, 1 is the root node, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these are also nodes. But here what are the leaf node? 4 is a leaf node because it has no child. 6, 7, 3, these are also leaf node. Okay, these are also called as terminal node or leaf node. And 5, 2, 1, these are non-terminal node because they have children. Okay, so what is a 2 tree or what is a proper binary tree? So a tree in which all the nodes other than the leaf node has exact 2 children. You can see 5 is a non-terminal node and having 2 children. Okay, so here another diagram of 2 tree or full tree. Okay, here you can see, and generally this type of representation is used in C++ to represent the inheritance concept. Okay, now we'll study what is a complete binary tree. Here we will see the definition. A binary tree which has all labels completely filled except the last node or the last label. Okay, a binary tree which has all labels completely filled except the last label. Here you see this is the label, 0 label, first label, this is the first 0 label, this is the first label, this is the second label, means this is the last label. So all label are completely filled except the last label. Here the last label is not filled. Okay, we can see the definition of complete binary tree. Another definition: a complete binary tree of depth d, okay, is the strictly binary tree, okay, all of whose leaves are at the label d. Okay, so here this definition can be best explained with the help of this example. Here there is one formula. If a binary tree can contain at most one node at label 0, then it can contain at most 2 to the power L nodes at label L. Means here L is the label, okay, and 2 to the power L nodes are arranged in different label. So suppose you see this is a binary tree. Okay, in this binary tree the root is labeled as 0. We have to label always the root label as 0. Then the second this is label 1, then this is label 2, then this is label 3. According to from starting from root node, we have to label all other nodes. And according to the formula 2 to the power L, this is the formula where L is what? L takes the value of label. So first L will take the value of what? 0, because root node is present always at the label 0. So if we put the formula, in this formula if we put the value of L as 0, because root is labeled as 0, so 2 to the power 0 is what? 1. So you can see how many nodes are there? 1 node, because it says in a binary tree the nodes are arranged according to the formula 2 to the power L. Okay, now here you see this is label 1. So if we put this formula 2 to the power 1, so how many nodes are there? 2 to the power 1 is what? 2. So here you see there are 2 nodes. Then in this label, if we apply the formula 2 to the power 2, so 2 to the power 2 is what? 4. So here you can see how many nodes are there? 4 nodes are there. Then here label 3. Okay, so 2 to the power 3, 8. So you can see how many nodes are there? 8. Okay, so according to this the nodes are arranged. Hope you understood. Here also we can also explain this in this way. Suppose m nodes at label L, then 2m nodes at label L plus 1. Simple. If the label m nodes, here it is m nodes, label 0, then label plus 1 means next node 2m, okay, means 2 into 1, this is 2. According to this also we can use. So now how to calculate the total number of nodes present in a complete binary tree? Okay, so there is a formula: total number of nodes in a complete binary tree of depth d, let it s. We have considered it as s. So s equal to sum of the number of nodes at each label between 0 to d. Okay, between label 0 to d. And what is d? D is the depth, means path from root node to the leaf node. Okay, so here you see this is the root node and this is the leaf node, and the path between the root node to leaf node is called as the depth of the tree. Okay, and using the formula, how to calculate the total number of node? S equal to 2 to the power 0. Why 2 to the power 0? Because at the first label, okay, according to the formula 2 to the power L, so L equal to 0, so first level 2 to the power 0, next level 2 to the power 1. So we have used this formula 2 to the power 0 plus 2 to the power 1 plus 2 to the power 2 up to 2 to the power d. Okay, so we can use this formula, summation of j equal to 0 and maximum value is what? D. J value is 0, minimum value, maximum value is d. D is the depth value, 2 to the power j. Okay, and here what is the formula for this? In mathematics we know this formula is 2 to the power d plus 1 minus 1. Okay, so in the diagram that you have seen, this diagram, okay, if we want to calculate the total number of nodes and we will apply the formula, then what is the total number of nodes? D equal to 3. So formula is what? 2 to the power d plus 1, so 2 to the power 3 plus 1 minus 1, so 15. So there are total 15 nodes. If you count, you can count the total 15 nodes are present. You just leave the root node, then you can find there are total 15 number of nodes are present. Okay, then CBT means complete binary tree at level D. 2 to the power D leaves. Leaves means what? As I told you before, leaves means the nodes which are present at the root. Okay, these which are present at the end, means having no children are called as the leaf node. So in this diagram, you just tell me what are the leaf node. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. These are H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. These are the leaf node. Okay, these are also called as the terminal node, means which having no children are called as the leaf node. And what is the formula to count the total number of leaf node? First you see how many leaf node. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what is the formula? Formula is 2 to the power D leaves. And the depth we have already known what? 3. So 2 to the power 3, 8. So according to the formula, there are 8 leaves we have already studied. Then non-leaf node formula, how calculate? Suppose the question is given, calculate the total number of non-leaf node in a complete binary tree. Then we have to apply which formula? 2 to the power D minus 1. So D in this diagram is what? 3. So 2 to the power 3 minus 1, 7. So now check whether there are 7 non-leaf node or not in this diagram. Non-leaf node 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the formula is satisfied because non-leaf node means non-terminal node, means they have children. Okay, so I think you have understood this. Then after that we will study what is strictly binary tree. Here you see complete binary tree is finished, then strictly binary tree. So strictly binary tree definition is what? A binary tree in which the non-terminal node has non-empty left subtree and right subtree. That's a very good definition. So what is non-terminal node? As I told you, so you see this diagram. In this diagram you just tell what are the non-terminal node. The non-terminal node means having that node having the children. So A is a non-terminal node. C is a non-terminal node because C having the children. Then D is a non-terminal node. Okay, so the definition says what? A binary tree in which the non-terminal node has non-empty left subtree and right subtree. That means the non-terminal node definitely has the left subtree and right subtree. Okay, so here you see D is a non-terminal node and having left subtree and right subtree, and C is a non-terminal node having left subtree and right subtree. Okay, so it is a strictly binary tree. Okay, so here you can see it is how to, there is a formula. A strictly binary tree with n leaves always contain 2n minus 1 nodes. Okay, how you see? Suppose before that I want to say, you just see B is a terminal node or non-terminal node? B is a terminal node. Okay, so if I will give a left subtree here, if I will assign a left subtree to on the left hand side of B, then it will become what? Non-terminal node, because it will have a child. Then it will become a what? Not it will become not a strictly binary tree. Means every non-terminal node should have a left subtree and also have a right subtree. Okay, hope you have understood. Suppose you see here E is a terminal node, but if I'll put a right subtree here or a left subtree here, then it will become a non-terminal node. And according to the rules of strictly binary tree, whenever we have a non-terminal node, then definitely it had a left subtree and both right subtree. Okay, here you see D is a non-terminal node and having left subtree and right subtree. C is a non-terminal node having left subtree and right subtree. But if I will remove this, okay, right subtree, or I will remove the left subtree, then it will not become more a strictly binary tree. Okay, because when it is a both left and right subtree, then it is a what? Strictly binary tree. And what are the applications? It is mostly used in different database. Okay, where there are some constraints or rules are applied, and most of the time we have to use some constraints or rules in a database. Okay, and you know what is database? Database is the collection of interrelated logically files. Okay, so suppose you want to represent the, suppose this is the registration of the student, and the registration number of the student should contain the batch year and the department code, means it is a alphanumeric. And suppose this is the roll number, only numeric, so left subtree and right subtree must be present. Suppose an account is divided in personal account and joint account. So when we give some constraints or rules, then these are generally represented in a database by the help of a strictly binary tree. Hope you have understood this. Okay, complete binary tree is finished. Then we will study what is ABL tree. Okay, ABL tree is what? ABL tree is a very interesting tree, and ABL stands for A. Adelson, Velsky and Landy. These three persons developed this tree according to the name of these three persons, mathematician. This tree is named as ABL tree, and it is a binary search tree. Okay, ABL tree is a binary search tree. What is binary search tree? A binary search tree is a tree in which the left subtree is always less than the root node and the right subtree is always greater than or equal to the root node. Okay, so this is a binary search tree. So when we will construct it, it will become more clear, because already we have studied BST before. Okay, so in which that I have written again, in which the right subtree is always greater than or equal to the root node, and the left subtree is always less than the root node. Okay, suppose these are the numbers, and we have to construct a ABL tree using this number. So whatever number is given, first we have to consider the first number as the root node. So 43 is become the root node, and in ABL tree always we have to find the balance factor. Okay, and balance factor should always lies between -1, 0 or 1. If the balance factor is anything rather than these three numbers, -1, 0 or 1, then we have to balance the tree, because the tree is unbalanced or imbalanced. When that balance factor lies between -1, 0 and 1, the tree is balanced. Okay, so how to find the balance factor? Balance factor is always found by using the formula right subtree minus left subtree, or left subtree minus right subtree, anything we can apply. So 43 becomes the root node. And how to find the balance factor of 43? Okay, so here you see 43 having any right child? No left child, no right child. So 0 minus 0, that is 0. Okay, then we have to insert 69, and as I told you, it is a binary search tree, so 69 cannot be the left child of 43, because in a binary ABL tree is a binary search tree, means we have to the root node means the right subtree is always greater than or equal to the root node. Okay, and left subtree is always less than the root node. So as 43 is less than 69, so 69 can never be the left child of 43. Okay, because it violates the rules of BST if we insert it. Okay, so 69 will become the right subtree of 43. Okay, what is the balance factor? Here in this tree, 43 having the right child, that is 1 right child, and no left child, so 1 minus 0, that is 1. Okay, so tree is balanced. Here you see 36, then we have to insert. Then this 36 will be first compared with 43, the root node. So 36 is less than 43, so it come to the left subtree. Okay, now here we find the balance factor is 0 0 0, right subtree minus left subtree. Okay, 69 1 right subtree, 36 1 left subtree, so balance factor of 43 is what? 0, R minus L. And 36 and 69, they don't have any child, so their balance factor is 0, so tree is balanced. Then we have to insert 5. So 5 is first compared with 43. So 5 is less than 43, so definitely it will come to the left side. Then 5 is compared with 36. Then 5 is less than 36, so now it is inserted at the left side of 36. Okay, now we have to find the balance factor of each individual node. So 43 having 1 right child, that is 69. Okay, and having 2 left child, that are 36 and 5. So what is the balance factor? So right subtree minus left subtree, that is 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. Okay, fine. Now 36, balance factor is what? 36 having the right subtree, 0, no right subtree, then 1 left subtree. So 0 minus 1, that is minus 1. 69 having no left child, no right child. So balance factor is 0 minus 0, that is 0. So here the tree is also balanced. Now we will insert the next element. What is the next element? The next element is 72. We have to insert. So 72 is compared with 43. As 72 is greater than 43, so definitely it first come to the right side. Again 72 is compared with 69. 69 is less than 72. So 72 can never be inserted at the left side. So it became the right subtree of 69 as is greater than 69. Now you can see the balance factor is 0 here, 1 here, 0. So if you find the balance factor of 36 and 5, also it lies between 1 and 0. So no need to balance it. Now the next element we have to insert, that is given in our question, that is 26. So 26 is first compared with 43. So 26 is less than 43. So definitely it will come to the left side. Again it is compared with 36. So 26 is less than 36. Okay. Now it compared with 5. So 26 is greater than 5. So it became the right subtree of 5. It can never be the left subtree because right subtree is always greater than the root node. So 5 became the root of 26. So it became the right subtree of 5. Now we have to check the balance factor. So you see 43 having 2 right child, 69, 72. But you can see here it having how many left child? 36, 5, 26, 3. So 2 minus 3. So what will be the balance factor of 43? 2 minus 3, that is what? Minus 1. So balance factor is correct. But here in 36 how many right side? Right subtree? In 36 there is no right subtree. 0 right subtree. But in 36 there are 2 left subtree, that is 5 and 26. So 0 minus 2 what is? That is minus 2. Here the tree balance factor not lies between minus 1, 0 and 1. So here the tree is imbalanced. Okay. So here we have to what? Apply the left right rotation. Okay. So here you can see here 43 is root node. It's at its place position. Then there is the problem in this 36 and balance factor is minus 2 previously. So we have to rotate it from left to right. When we rotate it from left to right, then 26 became the root child, 36 became the right child, and 5 became the left child. Here the balance factor is correct. You can find the balance factor everywhere. For each and individual node, it lies between 0, 1, minus 1. Okay. So now 79 is inserted. So 79 is inserted. First it's compared with 43. Then it come to the right side. Then it will be inserted at the right subtree of 72. Here there is also a problem. Why? Because 69 having 2 right child, 72 and 79, but it has no left child. Okay. So 2 minus 0, so right subtree minus left subtree, that is balance factor is here what? Balance factor is here 2. So we have to again rotate. For all other node, if you find for 5, 36, 26 or 43 or 72 or 79, you will find the balance factor minus 1 and 0. You will find it. But here the balance factor for 69 is what? 2. Okay. Here, so here we have to again apply the rotation. So here the tree is rotated. So when it is rotated, for which position? 69. So 69 become the left child, 72 become the right subtree, and 79 become the right subtree. Okay. 72 becomes the root. So here it was the problem, and here it is just rotated from left to right. Then it becomes this tree. So now it is balanced. You have to find the balance factor, and you will find balance factor lies between minus 1, 0 and 1. Now we have to insert what? Now we have to insert 59. So 59 is compared with 43. So definitely it is greater than 43. So it will come to the right side. Again 59 is compared with 72. So it is less than 72. So definitely it will come to the left side. So 59 is less than 69. So it is inserted at the left child of 69. You can see. Now you see everywhere the balance factor are minus 1, 1, 0, minus 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. So now this tree is balanced. Hope you have understood this. Now it's a very interesting tree, and hope you have understand. Now what are the different? There is a heap tree. Okay. Now we have to construct a heap tree. So what is a heap tree? Heap tree is a complete binary tree, and we have already studied what is complete binary tree. So here you see this is a complete binary tree, but this is not a complete binary tree because here at the last level the right subtree is not present. Okay, so now there are two type of heap. One is mean heap, another is your max heap. Means if we always try to minimize our root node, then it become a mean heap, and always if we maximize our root node, then it becomes a max heap. I have just differentiate here. I have written the same thing. Value of parent node is less than or equal to either of its children, then it is mean heap. And here max heap is what? Value of parent node is greater than or equal to its children. See the example here. Here in this tree you can see on the left hand side 11 is the root node. It is less than its children. Okay, and 22 is the root node. For 45 and 55, 22 is the root node and it is the minimum than 44 and 55. So come to the right side. Here you see the root is 55. Okay, and having the child that is 11, which is less. And 9 and 8 are children of 11 and these are less. So always when the root is maximum, this is called as what? Max heap, and if the root is minimum, it is called as mean heap. Okay. Now how to construct a max heap? Your task is you have to calculate the mean heap. So parent is larger than all children. Heap means to insert elements to make a tree as complete binary tree. So here suppose the elements are given 44, 33, 77, 11, 55, 88 and 66, and we have to construct a heap using this values. So whatever value is given, first we have to take it as a root node. So 44 becomes the root node. Then 33 will be inserted where? It is a sequential representation. It is not a binary search tree. Okay, it is a sequential representation. So definitely 33 will be the left subtree. So it becomes the left subtree. Again we have to insert whatever element present at the right side. So what is the next element? That is the 77. One thing here, you